My husband's snoring is so loud it shakes the walls, but when I begged him to get help or sleep elsewhere, he called me the problem, so I made him sleep on the floor at his parents' house to finally understand how miserable I've been. You know when people joke that their partner snores like a freight train? Yeah, no. My husband's snoring is like the entire goddamn railway system collapsed into our bedroom. I'm talking about seismic level, foundation rattling, eardrum vibrating noise that doesn't even stop when you put 5 walls, 2 doors, and industrial-grade noise-canceling headphones between you and him. At home, we have separate bedrooms. Not because we're cold or distant or anything.
No.
It's because I have learned, the hard way, that the only way I will get even 4 hours of uninterrupted sleep is if I lock myself in a different room, wedge pillows around my head, and pray he doesn't snore loud enough to reach through the vents. And that's with walls between us. So now imagine what happens when we travel. Specifically, to his parents' house, where we have to share a bed. Every single
time.
It's the same damn story. I'm wide awake all night while he blissfully snores like he's being exorcised. And if I so much as nudge him or try to wake him up, he acts like I'm the monster for disturbing his sleep. He never gets up to give me peace. He just huffs, rolls over, and within seconds he's back to snoring. This time, before we even packed our bags, I was firm. I told him I wouldn't do it again. I told him I'm not sleeping on a cold hardwood floor like a dog while he dreams about fields of clouds and silence. I told him if it comes down to it, he will be the one sleeping on the floor. And I meant it. He promised, that this time would be different. He swore his snoring had gotten better, it hadn't, and he'd stay up extra late to let me fall into a deep sleep first. I was skeptical. I said, at least let's bring an air mattress, so whoever ends up exiled from the bed doesn't have to sleep like a refugee. And what did he do? He got offended. Actually offended. He said I was pessimistic and it hurt his feelings that I didn't trust him to keep his promise. Hurt his feelings.
So fine.
I let it go. I didn't push for the air mattress. Fast forward. We're here. At his parents' place. It's not even midnight yet and he announces he's going to bed early. Cue my internal scream. I pull him aside. I remind him of his promise, his own words, to stay up so I could fall asleep without being kept awake by his snoring. He just gives me that half-lazy shrug and goes, "Oh yeah, but it's whatever, don't worry, I promise I won't snore." I stared at him, and something inside me snapped. I said, "Okay, fine. Go to bed early if you want. But on my mother's life, if you're snoring by the time I come in that room, I'm not sleeping beside you. I'm getting a hotel room, and tomorrow morning, I'm filing for divorce." That hit him like a lightning bolt. His easy-breezy attitude melted instantly. Panic set in. He begged me not to be dramatic, told me I was being rash, said he couldn't help snoring. And I said, "You're right. You can't control the snoring, but you can control whether you take it seriously, whether you keep your word, whether you respect me." Then I picked up a pillow and blanket, walked over to the hallway outside the bedroom, the same spot I've slept in like a damn Victorian orphan every time we come here, and said, "Here, this is your bed tonight. If you want to still be married in the morning, you can sleep here." He looked at me like I had betrayed him, like I was suddenly the villain for giving him a taste of what I've been dealing with for years. He kept saying, "You can't be serious." I said, "No, I'm being exactly as serious as you were every time you rolled over and left me wide awake and miserable." And suddenly, oh boy, suddenly, the guy who refused an air mattress was all about air mattresses. Suddenly, he regretted brushing me off. Suddenly, he realized that maybe, just maybe, it is as bad as I've been saying all along. I went to the bedroom, closed the door, and for the first time in forever, I slept like a queen. Not because it was a luxurious bed or a fancy hotel, but because it was quiet. I didn't have to clench my jaw in frustration or count ceiling tiles to survive the night. I could just sleep. And as for him, well, it's been silent. Which tells me he's not asleep, because otherwise, I'd hear him. Through the walls. I can only hope that lying there on that cold floor, staring at the ceiling like I've done more times than I can count, he finally understands what I've been begging him to see. I get that he's self-conscious. I get that snoring is tied to his ego and denial. But I'm the one who lives in the fallout zone. I've done everything. I've begged him to see a doctor. pushed for a sleep study, explained about sleep apnea and CPAP machines and health risks and relationship strain. He refuses. He won't even bring it up with his doctor. He claims I'm the problem, that I'm just too light a sleeper. He accused me of editing the audio when I recorded his snoring to show him how bad it was. This is the biggest issue in our marriage. Not money. Not infidelity. Snoring. Because it's not just about the noise. It's about the refusal to acknowledge how much it affects me. It's the unwillingness to compromise. The way he gaslights me into thinking I'm overreacting when all I want is sleep. So no, I don't feel bad about making him sleep on the floor. Because I have been on the floor too many times while he turned over and let me suffer in silence. Maybe now he'll finally get it. And maybe next time, we'll have that air mattress, or better yet, that sleep study appointment. But until then, this is my line, my pillow, my silence. And I'm not giving them up again.